So originally we're gonna do some mountain biking tonight, but I guess the weather had some other plans. I don't know if you can see it out the windows. So the next best option is to go home and work on some bike stuff. So I have a chain to prepare waxing for. So the first step in doing waxing is degreasing it, and so I'm going to take you through that process. So the first thing you need is some wax. Wait, that's not the first thing you need. The first thing you're actually going to need is some containers. Now, I found some containers on Target's website. I'm not saying that they're the best thing to use, but they were pretty cheap. Make sure you get a container that's big enough where the whole chain can fill up the bottom. Then you're going to need a couple of chemicals. The first one is mineral spirits. Now, you might have some mineral spirits laying around in your garage, so that's great. If not, just take a trip up to the hardware store, and you really only need maybe a quart or so. Then you're also going to need something called denatured alcohol. This is also called like camping fuel or something like that at some of your stores. I kind of think really any alcohol would work. You might have some rubbing alcohol or maybe some vodka. So put your chain in your container, try and lay it down flat, and then add mineral spirits that's just enough to cover the chain. Hold the lid on tight, give it a good shake, and then let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then give it another good shake and let it sit another 5 minutes, and a third shake and let it sit another 5 minutes. Okay, so then take your chain out and put it in another container. Now what's left is this, I don't know, this chain sewage. So I don't know if you can pick it up on your screen that you're watching this on, but you see little black flakes? Well, that's the grease that came from the chain. And then you see some other flakes that look kind of white in the video, but they're really silver. So do you have a guess what this is?
And what do you think this combination of metal flakes and grease is going to do to the inside of your chain? I recommend at least 2 baths of mineral spirits. Now some chains are going to be tougher than others, and you're going to need a few more baths. So then the same kind of process, you're going to bathe your chain in the denatured alcohol. And again, it depends on the chain, but generally 2 baths is good enough. So when you're done, take your chain out and hang it to dry. If you're a little impatient, you can take a hairdryer to speed up that process. And finally, you can take your chemicals and pour them in a container, and then what I do is I filter them so I can reuse them.
Well, the weather did not improve, but thanks for watching.